So in the elementary school classroom in Slum by Stephen Spender, Stephen Spender talks about the uselessness of the Shakespearean portrait hung up on the walls in the classroom. And once being tempted by the Shakespearean world of wealth, authority, and romance, these children enter the world of crime. They would continue to lead their lives they would continue to lead a secretive life in the congested surroundings that they lead their lives in, till they die, from fog to endless night. Slyly turned secretive existence. They would run away from the law enforcing agencies. This is what he talks about Shakespeare. Next, he talks about map. Here, in this particular stanza, he talks about map also. He talked about map in the previous stanza also. He says map is a bad example. Why? Because children learn by way of examples. And map is a bad example because, now, again, this has to be understood in a little detail. The important thing for you to understand is map is a bad example because it does not, according to the poet, show slums. Show slums, the place that these children lead their lives in. Therefore, these children will not be able to geographically locate themselves on this map. So it's a bad example. This is poet's effort to highlight the disparity between formal education and the ground reality. This is his effort. Maps don't show slums, but this is his way of highlighting the disparity between the formal education and the real world. So map is a bad example for him. Children will not be able to locate slums. He actually wants that he actually wants to say that slums are a reality, and that therefore, because they are a reality, must be depicted on the maps. So we move on. On their slag heap, these children, their skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass, like bottle bits on stones. Now, the setting of this particular piece of poetry is, you've been told, the outskirts of an industrial township situated very near a valley, a prominent valley called Tyrolese Valley in Austria. The setting is not Indian, it's European. He says, if you were to see these children, and it is because this particular school and very near where they live is situated on the outskirts of an industrial township, the industrialists have dumped industrial effluents or waste, poisonous effluents, poisonous waste, very near their school or the place they live or lead their lives in. So slag is an industrial waste. It is industrial effluent which is the consequence or the result of the extraction of aluminium. So should you see these children playing, you would most probably find them playing on the piles of industrial effluents. Slag again is symbolic of the industrial effluents or waste that has been dumped very near where these children lead their lives in. You would see them playing on piles or mounds of industrial effluents, and it presents a very dismal, bleak picture. He says you can actually count the bones on their bodies. So physically emaciated are these children, undernourished are these children, or malnourished are these children, that it appears to the poet as if their bones are peeping from behind their skins. And at a very early age, owing to malnourishment, they've developed a very poor eyesight, and so thick are the glasses that they wear that it appears as if someone has smashed a bottle on the ground, picked up two round pieces, wired them together to give it a semblance of a pair of spectacles. So it says, where skins peep through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass, like bottle bits on stones. And all their quality time and space, it says all of their time and space are foggy slum. That is, they spend their entire lifetime languishing in this foggy slum. Because larger, a sizable chunk of world population spends its time in such bleak places as this. So therefore, these children must pull down the map, the world political map, open-handed world political map, from the walls, from the wall of the classroom, and spoil its beauty by putting dots all over to show the places where slums exist. So blot their maps with slums as big as Doom, or as real as death, as obvious as death, as evident, as inevitable as death. Because slums are a reality which the rich may have denied, however they exist. Therefore,